Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the Queen of Joy herself, Jessica Dugas. The Queen of Joy is here on this lovely St. Patrick's Day. How's everybody doing this morning? It is Thursday, March 17th, 2022, and that means it is St. Patrick's Day. Do you have your green on today? Let me know if you are wearing your green today. Perhaps you're still in your PJs and not to the green part yet. But so then the next question will be, will you wear green today? My husband doesn't have any green. He's wearing all black. He says green. He says black is the new green. That's what he says. But that's what people say who don't have the things that they're supposed to wear. Amen. I need a bell of purpose, like my friend Loren. I need a bell. Okay. I've talked about this before. I need a bell. I also need to get my phone. So I had the rest. I was charging it because I didn't charge it. I fell right asleep last night because I was one of the panelists on the Queen's Roundtable on Divine DNA last night. And see, the problem with me partaking in conversation and whatnot later at night than normal for me is that I can't settle down after. So I could not sleep for anything last night. So I woke up so tired, so groggy and everything, because we have been talking about for the last week and a half the importance of a routine, morning routine here. But the routine in itself, when we get off it, can be detrimental to what we're trying to accomplish. And for me, that's good health, and part of sleep is part of that. So I could not get settled down last night, but it was also because, Brittany and I sat there with the Jacksons yapping for a long time afterwards. And I'm this morning like, I'm trying. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm trying. So let me know if anybody has plans today for St. Patrick's Day. Make sure, I see some people in the comments already this morning. Make sure you guys head over there. If you're not there already, say good morning. Let me know what's bringing you joy today. All of that good stuff. You can also head over to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button to share a moment of joy or gratitude live on air, but only if you're wearing your green like me today. You come on the show this morning, but you gotta be wearing the green. You could have a green pin. You could put a piece of spinach in your mouth. Something, a green. Okay. I have to see effort for the guests this morning. Okay. All right. So it is currently I think it's starting to warm up. I feel like everywhere except Minnesota. We are under a dense fog advisory this morning here in Florence, Alabama. We get this a lot here, and I think it's because we're right on the Tennessee River. I don't know the sciences, because just like we don't math in the morning, we don't heavy science in the morning either. Okay, I mean, our science backed benefits have been, I mean, we're just scratching the surface here, you guys. Okay. But we get fog a lot here, so it's foggy today. Be careful if you are in the Shoals area of Alabama. It's only 2 degrees cooler in Groton, Connecticut, where I grew up. 43 degrees there, 34 in Toronto, Canada, 84 and beautiful as always in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm going to message my friend Olivia today, and I'm going to ask her if it is always beautiful. If it is always beautiful. By the way, do you guys see my name on the screen that says the producer there? That's because that was my name last night. And I have it forever now, apparently, because I was too tired to notice it this morning. That's all I can tell you. And back to the weather, 27 degrees. And guess what? It is snowing in Iceland. So my next question is two questions this morning for Olivia and Kenya. Is it always beautiful there? And two is for Ivinder, does it ever stop snowing in Iceland? That's my question. 48 degrees, mostly cloudy in Scotland, 75, partly cloudy, beautiful day, but it's going to rain later, Jackson's. So, hey, Donnell, get that umbrella out. 41 degrees and partly cloudy in Lake Orion. Oh, a little bit warmer today. Going to be a high of 69. Hello. In Lake Orion, Michigan. 60 degrees and clear in El Mirage, Arizona. 52 and cloudy. It's cloudy, Brittany, where you are. Clarksburg, West Virginia, you guys, is cloudy over there. 36 degrees in Belle Plaine, Minnesota. So it is a little warmer in Minnesota today. 48 degrees and mostly cloudy, again with the fog in Memphis, Tennessee as well. But I think there's a river that runs through there too. It might be the Tennessee. I don't know. Again, I am not the queen of geography. Okay, we have established this. Math, geography, science, those are, well, I love math, but just not at this time of the morning. So I will clarify that. There's a lot bringing me joy today. Let me know if you have not said yet what is bringing you joy. Let me know in the comments what's bringing you joy today. So lots bringing me joy. Number one, good food today. Obviously, St. Patrick's Day, we're going to eat some good food here tonight. I have a plan to make some delicious cabbage, carrot, potato stew. It's going to be delicious. I will share about it on my social later. I'm sure you will see it on our plant party of 8. Instagram page. If you guys do not follow us there, that's where you can see all of our lettuce we eat as vegans. Plant party of and the number 8. You guys can check that out. So lots of good food today. That's bringing me joy. Also, a nap later, I think, will bring me joy. No, I am recording today. I have to stay awake. I am recording today with our guest from New Zealand for the Breakthrough Show, and she is going to be coming to us live to record in the rainforest. Who is excited to see that episode? I will tell you what, I am so thrilled. I'm recording in the rainforest today, you guys, and that's bringing me a lot of joy this morning. What else is going on here today? I mentioned that I was a guest last night on Divine DNA. It was amazing. We really got deep into the topic of forgiveness. I think every single person had a boom, mic drop moment. Okay. Every single person had something amazing to say. And even, Queen Bee came on last night and was really vulnerable and was like, look, I don't forgive. That's not, what the textbook definition of forgiveness is. And, it takes a lot when I think we as humans are really quick to, when somebody says something, we're like, well, I do that. it's fast for us to jump in because we know everything, right? As humans, even me, I'm guilty of that sometimes. We don't want to be wrong as humans, to be shown as wrong. Okay. And remember, yesterday nobody was wrong, everybody was right yesterday. If you guys remember that national holiday. And so we don't like that feeling. Nobody. And you look, for those of you that just did what I just said that you do, and you say you didn't, but you just did because you said, um if you understood that, you just, some of you just jumped up and were like, I don't do that yet. Listen, you do at some point in your head. Nobody likes to be wrong at the end of the day. Okay. And to go against the grain of what is the quote unquote right thing to do. So it was so courageous and vulnerable for Queen Bee to be like, I just don't do that, because that's not something that we see. And as I get older, I will tell you guys, I really, I'm starting to appreciate that even more. I mentioned to you guys that I watch Married at First Sight and Love is Blind. Those are my guilty pleasures. And there was a character on this season of Love is Blind who, I'm not going to lie, he had some pretty poor behavior, and he had some pretty poor things to say toward women. But from out of the gate, oh, and Miss Angelique, this will tie into our conversation last night about compartmentalizing. So out of the gate, this guy was who he was from the very beginning. Never tried to lie, never tried to show a part of him that was inaccurate or inauthentic, right? And so I appreciated that. I appreciated that so much. And I said to a friend of mine who watches the show, which show are you talking about, Brittany? Let me know. Which of the two that I mentioned? I said to the friend that also watches the show, I said, listen, I appreciate the guy. And she immediately jumped in with like, well, I don't like him. And I was like, listen, at no point did I say I liked him or I liked his behavior, but I appreciated the fact that he was authentic out of the gate, and didn't didn't feel the need to be somebody just because the camera was on. Okay. He didn't feel the need to be somebody because the camera was on. And I appreciate that later in life. So this goes into that conversation we had last night on the show about forgiveness, where you can forgive somebody, but that doesn't mean you have to like their behavior and be okay with how they acted or how they treat you or anything else. It's choosing to forgive anyway. So as we're talking about the show, it's like, I didn't like his behavior and I didn't like how he treated women, but I appreciated that he was authentically himself out of the gate. And that's just it. And there were so many others from Love is Blind that just were not. They were putting it on. They were putting it on for the camera. Before we get to the rest of the comments, I will point this one out. Angelique said it was amazing of Queen Bee to be so honest. I appreciate every one of you for your transparency. Yes, right? Like even as far as I feel like, and Deja said this, and Brittany said this last night, even as far as we've come in the realm of forgiveness and being able to forgive others, and we're still having to work that muscle daily, still having to choose on a moment-to-moment basis. And I don't even like to use the phrase, we still have a long way to go, because I don't think that I hate that phrase. I'll just say that right out of the gate. There is no joy for me in that phrase. Why? Because there's not like a place of arrival that we're trying to get to for any of these skills, including forgiveness. There's not like this magical, you become a Reiki master and now you forgive everybody. You become a parent and now you're just so warm and loving and forgiving. And that's not how that works. It is a continual choice throughout our lifetime to choose and work that forgiveness muscle. And so I hate using that phrase like we have a long way to go, because first of all, it doesn't really acknowledge how far we've come to begin with, but it also doesn't it puts in your mind that there's like this arrival place. And hello, our emotions are not an airport. Okay, there's no departure and arrival. There just isn't. Okay. Let's head over to the comment section and see what's bringing everybody joy this morning. Jason was the first one here. He said, what brings me joy is my friends and family. I love that. I shared with him one of the other things that's bringing me joy, which I'll bring up in just a minute, but we'll get to that in a moment. Miss Brittany is here. She says, good morning. Happy Thursday. Billy says, good morning, my best friend, Jessica. Everybody's bestie, Jessica. Miss Danielle, if you are there, good morning, Miss Bestie. You see how I put the miss there, ma'am? That's a long story, you guys. Mr. Jackson is here today. Good morning. Good morning. It is good to see you today. I wish I could take a nap later, Brittany, but I have, guess what? It's a Thursday. I have a full schedule. I will be taking breaks to eat though today because yesterday I did not eat well. And I think that's partly why, I ate, but I could have made better choices. I was just busy all day. And so it is what it is. Let's see what else we got. I know what that laugh was for. That laugh was for the umbrella, right? Yes. Brittany said it's cloudy out, but it's been warm and I'm okay with that. That's all right, right? We have to take what we can get. Billy's heading to work. Absolutely. And Angelique says, I've got to watch more TV. Yes. Brittany says, I really enjoyed being on the show last night. It was amazing. I agree. It was so good. I wish Queen Bee and Deja were here right now to be able to chime in for a minute as well, because it was a really good time and great to listen to other people's perspectives. And I think one of the beautiful things about the show last night too is even though we might not have agreed with every single perspective that was shared by everybody, and even if we had different ways of going about things, there was no, and y'all should take notes on this, there was no need for any of us on the panel to jump in and be like, well, I don't do it this way. This is how you have a mature grown folks conversation, people. Okay, so take notes and go check out the replay of Divine DNA from last night. Miss Anne Marie is here this morning. Good morning, and happy St. Patrick's Day. If you missed my St. Patrick's Day greeting to all of you, I hope you're wearing your green, and if you're going to come on air this morning, make sure you wear your green, okay? And if you don't have green on, you better make it up. Go get yourself a clover out of the yard really quick, whatever you need to do, a leaf, pin it on yourself, something. Mike McDonald, in typical fashion, top of the morning to you. I can't pretend that I could do any kind of Irish accent or whatever, but I digress. At any rate, good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. So we have national days to talk about today. We have our number 9. We're almost to the end of our 10 science-backed benefits of a morning routine series. We have number 9 to talk about today. We have to talk about what's coming up on the Breakthrough Show Network. We have birthdays to do. I also have a special surprise for you guys this morning. So I have mentioned that tomorrow Dorothy Auger is going to be on the Breakthrough Show, and we will be premiering on the show and on A360 TV the mashup that we did of her For Love poem for especially to send good vibes to Russia, Ukraine, and everyone around the world who is affected by what's going on right now. And it's just about truth. It's just about us all coming together and putting all of our love into one place. And so I have a special surprise for you guys. You'll get to see it this morning on the show before you even see it on the Breakthrough Show tomorrow. So I've got that coming up for you as well. Adam Duvall is here as well from across the pond. He said it's a very dull, cold UK. That actually sounds not, it looks like that outside here. It's foggy. It's a little chilly out. It's not super cold though. But I'm glad you're here this morning, Adam. And I hope you're having a great day so far, since it's later in the day there and all. So we're going to take a quick break, you guys, and we are going to be right back after this. Hang tight, everybody.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. It is Thursday, March 17th, 2022, St. Patrick's Day. And I would like to invite you to join our text community. Just text the word breakthrough to 256-685-7092 in the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico. Again, that's 256-685-7092. If you're not in those areas or you would not like text messages, you can join our Discord server to chat with other fans, meet past guests, and hosts from the Breakthrough Show Network. Just go to bit.ly/Discord Breakthrough, bit.ly/Discord Breakthrough. We would love to have you join us there. So we have lots to talk about today. I want to get to our number 9 part of our 10 science-backed benefits of a morning routine. We have talked about, here's my starting disclaimers. We have talked about the fact that a morning routine is simply doing the same basic tasks in the same order every day. Now, it doesn't mean that it's morning. It means whenever you wake up. So it should be like a first thing routine. Okay. We talked about last week how it helps you to prepare you for the rest of the day. It helps increase your productivity, helps you feel in control, helps you lower your stress, which we love, and helps you develop healthy habits. This week, we've been talking about how it boosts your energy levels. It helps improve your relationships. Yesterday, we talked about how it helps you combat forgetfulness. And today, I love today as well, because this talk ties into some of what the Jacksons have been talking about as well, about vulnerability and everything else. And that's that a morning routine helps you improve your confidence. Have you ever thought about that before? Well, when you're calm and collected, you naturally feel more confident. Plus, better time management will mean you accomplish more, which can also improve your self-esteem. Finally, giving yourself enough time for personal care in the morning can improve your self-confidence. When you set aside a portion of time just for personal care, there's no need to rush. You can spend time carefully doing your hair and choosing clothes that make you feel good. So that morning routine is so important. And we've mentioned before that it gives you an opportunity to get things done and also to customize this for what works for you. If someone came to you and said, part of my morning routine is spending 30 minutes on my makeup because I really like how that feels. Makeup may not be something that's important to you or that you use at all. And so you might not include that in what you're doing. Maybe you prefer to take a shower at night instead of in the morning or in the middle of the day, whatever it is. And so somebody else's morning routine may include a shower, but yours might not. It might be a different kind of schedule for you. You may be like my husband and have a shaved head and not have to have any time to do your hair or whatever. And so you can really customize a morning routine to be whatever you want, whatever is going to make you good, and whatever is in alignment with what you're trying to accomplish. But no matter what your routine includes, you're accomplishing a lot by having that routine. And I love how it says that the more you accomplish, the more your self esteem is improved, and then your confidence automatically increases. And then also the part about being calm and collected, the routine itself can offer opportunity for you to be calm and collected, but also you can include things that help you feel calm and collected, which will add to that further. Also, as far as improving your confidence, you can brush up on skills. One of the things as part of your morning routine, one of the things that Shiraz talked about when he came on yesterday is he makes sure that he has at least 15 minutes of do his Duolingo. He's working on, we're both working on Spanish. He's way ahead of me though. But making sure that his routine daily includes that. And so when you're brushing up on your skills, that is adding to that confidence as well. So if you want to be a speaker, maybe spending 15 minutes speaking into a mirror or practicing a speech or anything like that. So always make sure that your morning routine includes something that is helping you with whatever you're working on right now, because that's so important in order to be able to increase your confidence, because the more you improve that skill, the higher your confidence level will be. So I would love to find out from each of you this morning, as we'll talk about this, what are you working on, and what is something that you're working on in your life right now, or something that you're learning? What are you working on, or give me one example of something you're working on or something you're learning. And I'm not going to ask this to tell you what to do in your morning routine, but instead I'm going to use this as an example of how we can, maybe what are some things that we can include in our morning routine that could knock out these different things. And this is actually one of the questions that I've been asking the Breakthrough Show guests this year. Every single person that comes on, no matter what country, I ask them that same question. What is something that you're learning right now? And it's been really interesting to see. Some of them are on a very deep, like, I'm learning to forgive. I'm learning to, love and accept myself, whatever. And then other people are very like, I'm learning how to write songs. I'm learning how to change oil in my car, whatever it is. So some of them are more tangible things, and other things are like a mindset type thing that they're working on as well. And let me see. Anne Marie says she's learning henna. How fun is that? So I'm trying. So even like, okay, so how can we tie this into a morning routine? So a couple ideas. You could read about the practice of henna. You read something new, maybe a fact that you didn't know before. You could include watching a video of someone applying henna and learn, watch a different perspective, or a different technique or something like that. You could research how to purchase henna supplies. You could actually take some time each day to apply henna. And I will say this with a morning routine. There are many people that, it's the same thing every day. My belief is that it's more of the same category every day. So if you say, okay, I want to include something in my morning routine to help me perfect this skill, learn this skill further, whatever it is, you don't have to necessarily apply henna every day. I think if you say, okay, I'm going to take 15 minutes every part of my morning routine dedicated to henna, one day you could do research, another day you could apply, another day you could watch a video, something like that. So that gives you guys a little bit of flexibility as well with your morning routine. Oh, that's a good one too. She says, Anne Marie says, also learning who I have become after my illness. So self-reflection time, even just picturing it in your head, to include that in your morning routine. You could do some journaling. You could write a poem. You could get creative, write a poem or song. Or I know you love to paint. I saw one of your beautiful paintings the other day on social. So you could even paint how you're feeling. Maybe like two paintings side by side, like this is before and this is after. And I don't mean like a self portrait. I mean like, something abstract or whatever. But yeah, so you could, same thing. You could do any number of things creatively or writing or even expressing yourself vocally. Taking 15 minutes to share to someone, or even just using your voice recorder in your phone and doing that as well. So those are some ideas for that. Brittany says, learning to become more self-aware and working on my time management skills. I love that. And won't a morning routine help us with the time management skills? The becoming more self-aware, there's so many personal development things, obviously self-Reiki, meditation, journaling, visualization. Those are all really good things to do. You could do a guided visualization. You could have 15 minutes to check in with somebody that's in your class or someone that's on your journey with you and check in with them about that. And with the time management skills, I know someone who has a time management course. Who is that? Oh, it's me. So at any rate, you could take a new course. You could look for tips on the internet. And again, I think part of this that's so important is that I believe it's by category. So is it nice to repeat the same thing every day? Like going back to what Anne-Marie was learning, henna, like applying henna every day. Is that like optimal maybe for increasing your skills, improving your skills? Yes. But it doesn't have to, like, it could just be the category. So 15 minutes of my morning routine will devote to henna and change it up, because that's how I have to work my routines. I will have a routine of like, these are the things I'm going to focus on and the order I'm going to do them, but it might look different from day to day. And I think it's really important for us to have that flexibility, because life happens sometimes. Like if you are so like, it's part of your morning routine, brushing your teeth. Okay. And I'm all thrown off this week because my mouthwash that I've been using is out of stock in literally every store. Every store, it is nowhere. I have gone everywhere to find my damn mouthwash. And I will tell you, I realized in this, not having it, how attached I am to that one thing, because I'm all upset. I'm all upset that I don't have my usual thing. And so sometimes we realize our dependence on one particular thing when we are unable to be flexible in our routine. So that's a huge self-awareness thing as well. Brittany says she loves doing body scans. That's a great part of a morning routine. I love that as well. I typically do my body scans and whatnot in the middle of the day, because I tend to be very aware when I wake up of how I'm feeling and where, and even on an emotional level, physical, all of that, spiritual. And so I use my body scans a couple times throughout the day, because I get so wrapped up in other things that I'm doing that I need to like recheck in with myself. Anne-Marie says, I am much calmer and have a different perspective on life. Things don't get to me as much. I feel like that can happen after dealing with a challenging illness. And I know that was something that we didn't even touch on in the show last night with Divine DNA, with forgiveness, is that with the things that I feel like with everything that I go through, especially health wise, things like joy and forgiveness and awareness and all of these things that were so hard for me at other places in my life are so much easier for me now, because I've been faced with that, you're probably not going to be alive tomorrow kind of thing. And we did kind of, I guess, Brittany, talk about that afterwards when we were talking about how we became vegan. There's so many people that are like, oh, I could never do that kind of thing. But we were faced with my daughter not being alive anymore. We were faced with her having serious issues. And so it was easy in that moment to make those decisions. And but I guess my sort of wish for everybody is that we don't have to reach that space of crisis in order to make a change. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be easier? Wouldn't we experience more ease in transition if we chose to make those decisions before we're going to be pushed off the ledge? Right. So just some things to think about this morning. We went way off track with our morning routine, but I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and we will finish. Uh, I just peeked because, see, I do these series with you guys because I want to react with them with you. I just peeked at tomorrow's, and it ties into exactly what we were talking about. So you'll see, but I hope you'll tune in to the last part of our 10-part series tomorrow morning. And then please let me know if when I do these series, it's helpful for you. I would really love that feedback from you guys, because then I know, should I continue with doing series like these? Is it helpful? Does it matter? Build me up a little bit. Let me know so that I know what to spend my time on, you guys. Okay. So I love that. All right. Now we need to get into, also, let me backtrack for just a second. When I saw Mikey's name pop up here this morning, I immediately thought to myself, crap, I forgot to bring that book to my desk. I promised you guys that I would bring that book today, and I did not. Sad face. So what I did on the commercial break, my to-do list, I added it to it. Bring in the school days book. So I promise I will have that for you tomorrow. Okay. Because I wanted to show you guys, it was so fun for me to find this book that I had back in middle school. So I'll have it tomorrow. My apologies. I spaced yesterday. Okay. But everything I did yesterday was right. You remember that holiday? Okay. So let's get into our national holidays today. What are you celebrating today? We've talked about how it is St. Patrick's Day. So St. Patrick's Day kicks off a worldwide celebration known as the Feast of St. Patrick. On March 17th, many will wear the color green in honor of the Irish and decorate with shamrocks. According to lore, the wearing of the green tradition dates back to a story written about St. Patrick in 1726. St. Patrick, who was alive from 385 to 461 AD, used the shamrock to illustrate the Holy Trinity and worn green clothing. And while the story is unlikely to be true, many will revel in the Irish heritage and eat traditional Irish fare too. In the United States, St. Patrick's Day has been celebrated since before the country was formed. At times, the holiday has been a bit more of a rowdy one, with green beer, parades, and talk of leprechauns. However, in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day takes a more solemn mood. It wasn't until events in the United States broadcast in Ireland that some of the Yankee ways spread across the pond. One Irish American tradition, excuse me, not common to Ireland is the corned beef and cabbage. So isn't that interesting that we are doing stuff here that is not even a thing and overseas? How to observe the day: wear green, read up on St. Patrick's Day, cook up an Irish feast, and use hashtag St. Patrick's Day to post on social media. So there's all kinds of history. Definitely look into the history as well, because there is a lot of talk about how St. Patrick was actually Italian. There's actually a lot of disagreement on St. Patrick's heritage across the board, a lot of disagreement. So check that out. It's very interesting to dig into that history a little bit. And it does pose good question as we talk about this today, or something that we've talked about on the show before, which is that sometimes we get into these habits of doing things, and then we have or traditions or whatever, and we have to ask ourselves, why is it that we are doing this? And when we do that, it enables us to say, is this actually like, are we actually bringing honor to XYZ? Are we actually doing things because it's still relevant? I think it's so important for us to reevaluate our traditions as the years go by. There is a story that someone told me about there was a daughter making a meal, and she would always cut off the end of the roast and put it in the pan. And she would say to her, she finally asked her mom one day, why do we cut off the end of the, why did you teach me to cut off the end of the roast? And then the mom says, well, I don't know, I did it because that's the way my mom always did it. And so they went to ask the mom, and the mom said, or the grandma, and the grandma says, well, I don't know, that's the way my mom always did it. And so they go to ask the great grandma, and the great grandma says, well, we cut off the end of the roast because the pan used to be too small. So all these years they continued to cut the end off the roast when there was no need, because now there's bigger pans. So it really speaks to, when we have these holidays and traditions and habits, always reevaluate and ask yourself, why are we doing this? Because there may not be a need to cut off the end of the roast anymore. Okay. So that is what's going on today with St. Patrick's Day as well. So I hope you guys are going to celebrate today. I would love to know. Let me check out really quickly. Dorothy is here. Good morning. And she says it is Ingrid's birthday today. Okay. Let me put it down. Ingrid's birthday is today. Fabulous. It is on the list. She will be sung to this morning. It is also for national days. It is also corned beef and cabbage day. We just talked about that, about how, isn't that funny? We were doing it here in the United States, but that's not actually what they do overseas for St. Patrick's Day. So I will tell you too, because I always like to add in the vegan version. Now, I should have brought, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm not prepared this morning. I'm tired. I'm trying to wake up. So there is a brand of vegan cold cuts. Actually, you know what? I can look it up while I'm sitting here, because it is on sale at Publix this week. There is a brand of vegan cold cuts that has a corn. Oh, sorry. Disclaimer. You're right. Anne Marie. Thank you for the reminder. Bring a snack, guys. So I'm trying to go to the BOGO. Here we go. Oh, I think Shiraz. The Captain Crunch is buy one, get one free this week. Oh yeah, you're in Canada. Never mind. Shiraz loves peanut butter Captain Crunch, but they can't buy that in Canada, if you guys missed the memo on that. I think that they changed the sales and it's not going to show. Of course not. At any rate, there is a vegan brand of cold cuts. I will have that for you tomorrow too. I'm making a note. They have corned beef, and it's so authentic to what actual corned beef tastes like. It is incredible. So I will share that brand with you guys as well. I will try it on air and eat it in front of you with the disclaimer. So that's going on. Let me know if you plan on eating anything for that is specifically for the Irish St. Patrick's Day today. Let me know what you do. Dorothy, I'm curious if you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day there and what your traditions look like as well. I'm curious to know. So also it is National Farm Rescuer today. Oh, I can take the disclaimer down now, because we're not going to eat a farmer. It is National Farm Rescuer Day. Dedicates the third Thursday of March to those who support farmers in need. When crisis strikes in the form of illness, injury, or natural disaster, farm rescuers throughout the heartland get the jobs done. Whether seeds need planting, hay needs to be baled, or crops need to be harvested, these men and women labor in the fields and feed the souls of the farm family when times take a turn for the worse. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. What was once a community tradition is now a nonprofit called Farm Rescue. This is beautiful, because this takes something that we should be doing for our fellow neighbors anyway. Do you guys agree with me? When someone takes ill, or when something is not getting done, or what have you, we should be helping each other out. Have you ever driven? I was thinking about this. when we all got sick last year, and it started at the beginning of my being down for 3 months, and and then my husband was sick for a couple of weeks and everything else. Our grass at the time, because it was the middle of the summer, our whole yard was getting overrun, and not one person, came by and said, "Hey, is something going on? Like, are you guys okay? Can I mow the lawn for you? Can I whatever?" And Dorothy, we were talking, I think we were having this conversation with Oleg as well about coming together for your neighbors. But have you ever done that, like driven by a neighbor's house or something, and like things are overgrown, or you notice something, and do you ever, I stop now and I wonder, like, are they okay? Do they need help? And maybe I feel like maybe we should stop and do that. So at any rate, I'm impressed that what has, coming together for each other in the Midwest, throughout central, the middle America, um, that it has turned into a thing that they do now. Founded in 2005, Farm Rescue and its volunteers have assisted nearly 800 farm and ranch families throughout the region. This day encourages you to join the community that lends a hand when crisis strikes. I love that. I love that. That's so nice. So let me. We need to send him some. What are we talking? You have. Please tell me what we're talking about. Anne Marie says, so in the area of European institutions, a good excuse to dress green and drink pints of Guinness at the pub. I love Guinness, by the way. That used to be my beer of choice when I drank. I don't know other things we do for St. Patrick, she said. But in the Irish pubs in the international community, very interesting that some of those, we learned this morning that a lot of these traditions actually started here. We started doing the weird things, and then people across the world started it as well. So that's interesting too. So I love that National Farm Rescue Day today. It is also Absolutely Incredible Kid Day. Who has an absolutely incredible kid? Raise your hand. Some of us have several. But every year in the third Thursday in March, Absolutely Incredible Kids Day encourages adults to tell kids how absolutely incredible they are. Take the challenge and a step further and write it down in a letter to that absolutely incredible kid. Children are amazing creatures. Their ability to learn, adapt, and bring joy to the world is never ending. Did you ever receive something in the mail as a child? Maybe it was a birthday card or a letter from grandma. Do you remember your face lighting up like a summer's day? Of course it did. Just the act of receiving a letter just for them makes the child feel important. And when the letter tells them just how amazing they are, or how come someone noticed the kind deed they did, receiving a letter becomes an even bigger award. Take out a piece of paper and write down all the ways a child in your life shines. Tell them in a personal letter how much you appreciate them. Encourage them to keep doing big things, and they will change the world. So it's hashtag Absolutely Incredible Kid Day. Tell the kids in your life why you think they're incredible, amazing, inspiring, or just plain terrific. Make them feel even more important and write it down in a letter. Create a post about an amazing child you know on social media. Catch a child in the act of doing something incredible. It's so often we see little things our kids are doing. And oh, yes, peanut butter Captain Crunch. Thank you, Anne Marie. Squirrel. So how often do we see our kids doing something and we just kind of keep going on with our stuff? Try to catch your kids in the act today of doing something amazing and compliment them right then. Let them overhear you giving them some praise. So let them overhear you saying how amazing they are. And use hashtag Absolutely Incredible Kid Day to share stories about amazing kids on social media. This day was founded back in 1996. So it's been going on a while, and I was not aware of it until today. So I hope you guys are going to celebrate in some kind of way today, no matter what you're celebrating around the world. Angelique says, I have 3 absolutely incredible children. 2 are adults now. I love that. And so shout out to all the Jackson children. We love them. And what else do we have going? So I have 6 incredible children over here. And they are Leah, Jaslyn, Margene, Nina, Sky, and Clay. And yes, I did just line them up in my head because that's what I do, like the sound of music. So happy Incredible Kid Day. Absolutely incredible Kid Day to my children as well. And I think I'm going to do that letter thing. I'm going to work on that today as well, as I've got some time in between things I'm doing. So I'm going to work on that, and I will let you know how it goes tomorrow. So we have to still do our birthdays coming up here. And I have a special surprise for you guys at the end of the show as well. And also coming up. So before we go to break, guys, a couple important things. Don't miss this afternoon, an all new episode of Freedom Starts Now with Karen Timer. Today, she's going to be having Kathy Nesbitt on, and they're going to be diving deep into the world of laughter yoga. Freedom Starts Now appears on the Breakthrough Show Network at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So don't miss that, everybody. Also, coming up tomorrow on the Breakthrough Show Network, as I mentioned, we have the fabulous Dorothy O'Shea, and we are taking a trip to Belgium tomorrow for breakthroughs around the world, recognizing our similarities, honoring our differences, and celebrating our connection. We are going to dive deep talking about Belgian chocolate, and also don't miss the story of the creation of her incredible poem for love. And stay tuned, guys, to the end of the show this morning, because we've got something special for you as well. So we'll be right back after this, you guys, and we will finish up with birthdays and something special. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, hands looking a little plain there. That's okay though, I got you. Just head over to Nail Beauty by Brittany. Wait, don't tell me you don't know who she is. That's okay, that's fine. It's a good thing that ... here. I'm here to tell you. Nail Beauty by Brittany is an upcoming establishment that makes everyone's hands look pretty to boost your confidence throughout your daily basis. You get all these custom nails at a very affordable price. With proper care, these nails can last up to 3 weeks. If you head over to Brittany's social media, you'll see all of the custom nails that she has made thus far at a very affordable price. To receive updates on new nail sets and deals, head over to Miss Brittany's new website at nailbeautybybritney.com. This company was made by this beautiful young woman here, Miss Brittany. Now y'all go over ahead and get your nails pretty, y'all. I'm showing enough fam.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. Make sure you visit Miss Brittany over at nailbeautybybritney.com. Use the code Breakthrough, get yourself a discount, all that good stuff. By the way, Brittany says she has 3 amazing children, Savior, Messiah, and Naomi. Beautiful names. I love that. And says, I don't know how I do it either. I wake up every day and go, holy never mind. So that's what's going on over here. Anne Marie says she has 5 incredible children. Love it. Angelique says our children are Darius, Shakira, and Danielle. I love how you spell Shakira, because it makes me feel amazing that I've been spelling it wrong the whole time. I love that as well. Happy, absolutely incredible Kid Day to all the amazing children out there. So let's do our birthdays, and then we're going to get to our special right before the end of the episode today. So in the celebrity world, Rob Kardashian's birthday is today. Any of you guys follow the Kardashians? But you hear about them so much in media and pop culture and all of that. But I digress. By the way, Anne-Marie said hers are Cody, Jamie, Taylor, Sarah, and Lillian. Lillian is one of my favorite names. I will tell that story another day. Rob Kardashian. Also, actor Rob Lowe's birthday is today. Tamar Braxton, also known as Tony Braxton's sister. Horrible. Tamar Braxton stands by herself, and her birthday is today. Hosier's birthday is today. You guys know, take the song "Take Me to Church." Do you guys like that song? I love that song. Kurt Russell, actor Kurt Russell's birthday is today. Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins' birthday is today. And also, one of my favorite singers on the planet had a birthday today, and that is Nat King Cole. My great grandparents and my grandparents were really big fans of Nat King Cole. And I remember so often hearing that music, and I will tell you guys, I'm going to digress for just a minute here, you guys. So I shared on my birthday that I also share my birthday itself with two girls that I went to school with, Sarah and Beth. And every year we would go out together and celebrate our birthday. We would go to and do big things, like, things that we wouldn't typically do. Like, we wouldn't just have our birthday parties. We would also go out together and make a big deal. And the one year that we were going to celebrate our birthday, my great grandfather had died that morning. And he was a huge fan of Nat King Cole. And so I struggled that night to really bask in the joy of my birthday, because I was grieving my great grandfather. And so we had gone to a real fancy restaurant inside a hotel in New London, Connecticut, and Lighthouse Inn, it's called. I don't even know if it's still there. I'll have to look it up. But they had a band playing, and I went up to them and I said, "Will you play something by Nat King Cole for in honor of my great grandpa, because we're here for our birthdays, whatever, can you please play it?" And they invited us up to sing with them, and Sarah, Beth, and I all sang at the time. And so we got to go up with the band and sing, and we sang "LOVE" by Nat King Cole. And do you know what song I'm talking about? L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Right? Did you guys know the song? I hope you all were singing along with me there. But so we got to go up and sing that, and it was such a beautiful moment, because it goes into what we talk about joy being such a multifaceted thing, and we can experience joy and grief and sadness and pain and happiness all at the exact same time. And it was such a beautiful moment. I will never forget that. And it's fantastic. So Angelique loves Nat King Cole. I love that. And yes, Anne Marie knows the song well. Thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate that. So I just love him. So happy birthday, Nat King Cole. And so also over in my Facebook world, Liz Medford's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Liz. Also, Michelle Charmaine Ramos' birthday is today. She is a Breakthrough Show alumni from last season. Happy birthday, Shell. And also, Dorothy told us it is Ingrid's birthday today. Okay, so we're going to say happy birthday to Ingrid as well. All right. Here we go. Is everybody ready? Let's do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rob Kardashian, Rob Lowe, Tamar Braxton Hosier, Kurt Russell, Nat King Cole, Billy Corgan, Liz Medford, Shel Charmaine, and Ingrid. Happy birthday to you. Yes, I hope you guys have an amazing birthday today. So now you can have Irish fare for St. Patrick's Day and cake. Green cake. Who's having green cake? I'm going to make green cake. You know what I'm going to make today, you guys? I'm going to surprise you later. Make sure you're following us. Plant Party of 8, the number 8, Plant Party of 8, the number 8 on Instagram. Okay, you're going to want to see what I make later. Okay, I totally forgot that I was going to do this, but I'm going to do it. Yes. Brittany, those emojis always make me laugh. I love it. Okay. So, one more thing that I want to share with you guys today. Let me get my little banner up here right now. So I have mentioned to you all that I have been working with Dorothy O'Shea on her poem for love and creating different mixes. And one of the things that I think we talked about from the very beginning of the project was making a mix that was dedicated to the people of Ukraine and Russia and bringing everyone around the world. We went into creating this mashup wanting to feel like a warm hug and that we were all coming together. So I will say that as you listen to this mashup this morning, this is less about trying to hear what everybody's saying. It's less about trying to understand the words and more about just immersing yourself in what you're hearing and listening to the beautiful melody that is all of these voices coming together. So allow me now to read this part to you that Dorothy has written out for all of us this morning. Let me make sure I have the video ready to go here too for you. We come together today from our homes around the globe, asking you to join your hearts with ours as we stand for love and send that love to Ukraine, Russia, and everyone around the world. You can visit all versions of the poem at weshallstandforlove.world. Speaking from their current home, citizens worldwide read extracts from the poem For Love by Dorothy O'Shea in their mother tongue, in the language of their new home, or in a language that is emotionally close to them. This gives a beautiful compilation of 48 voices and 24 languages with one clear message. Love is what unites us and what we shall stand for every day, for everyone, with everyone. You'll see several voices on the screen, and those voices in the main box in the center that are in Ukrainian and Russian are supported by citizens around the world in the languages of Arabic, Bahasa, Burmese, Catalan, English, French, German, Swiss German, Greek, Hungarian, Icelandic, Italian, Japanese, Lingala, Lingala, Persian, Romanian, Spanish, South Sotho, Swedish, Suda, Turkish, and Vietnamese. We want to make sure that we give thanks to everybody that's involved with the project and specifically to the translators of the poem. So without further ado, here is one of our For Love mixes.
Любовь – моя крепость, любовь – моя крепость, даже с тяжелым сердцем, даже с поломанной душой.
Я відстоюю кохання, бо нам треба більше світла, щоб не було більше смерті, що летить з осколків.
Любовь – моя крепость, потому что насилие излечимо. Без еще больше мертвых, без власти сил, без бомб.
Я відстоюю кохання із розбитою душею, коли серце моє плаче.
Любовь, моя крепость, чтобы наши дети были невредимые, чтобы наши друзья были защищенные, чтобы наши границы были открыты.
I shall stand for love, even with a broken soul, even with a heavy heart.
I would love for you, whether you're live with us now or on the replay, if you stand for love with everything that's going on in the world, I would love for you to write that in the comments. We shall stand for love, or I shall stand for love. I would love for you to take the comments and do that now. I want to especially thank Dorothy for allowing me to be part of this project. Putting together all of these videos has been such a joy for me, such a pleasure, such a healing experience. I will say that you don't ever have to know what someone is saying to feel it. And it has been such an incredible opportunity to be part of not just this project, but what Dorothy's trying to accomplish, what we're all trying to accomplish, coming together to spread this message. And it is really special. And I hope that you all felt that with us here this morning and that you are standing love with us. Dorothy's giving love out there. Brittany needs tissues. It says, I shall stand for love. We shall stand for love. Dorothy says, I shall stand for love. Absolutely. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to be a part of this. Make sure you guys tune in to the Breakthrough Show tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time. And don't miss Dorothy sharing about how this poem came to be, why, what it has led to, what it has meant to her to have it translated in more than 70 languages. And now we're working on this project of bringing the recordings together. And it's such a like I've watched this healing take place in people's faces as they're reading the poem, and it is the most beautiful experience. And thank you all to everyone who's participating right now in the comments and standing for love. Please, you can go back on the replay as well and share that statement, I shall stand for love, or we shall stand for love. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Also, do not forget, Angelique says, I shall stand for love. Tune in to this afternoon as well to Karen Timer's show. Freedom starts now, 12 p.m. Central Time. They're going to be talking about laughter yoga, and laughter is another amazing way that we can bring healing and love to this world. So be sure to check that out. Thank you all for watching or listening wherever you are in the world today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show, inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.
Hello to the Breakthrough Show. It's Shirley Ian.